Okay guys, so a little while ago I showed you how to set up a budget high performance Tundra fuel system that can support, in excess of 750 horsepower or up to 2000 provided you give it enough pump. So today we're gonna put to rest the question of how much can these crappy, shitty, dinky stock fuel rails flow. So I'm gonna show you the setup that I am building for my personal truck. And unlike last time where we were just feeding the rails in parallel using a Y configuration, we're actually gonna dual feed each rail. So we're gonna have our, I haven't clipped this in, but our 5/16 connector on one side and on the other. So we'll be feeding the rails from each end, so that should allow us to put a lot more fuel through them than before. And then we're going to do the same with the passenger side here, and I'm going to show you what to do on this one. On the driver's side it's easy, you just get the two 5/16 to 6am connectors, clip them on. Now on this side we got to deal with this pesky fuel pressure regulator, the stock one. So it's actually quite easy to take care of this problem. So take out these two 10mm bolts, and then this regulator just pops right out of there. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand. So wiggle the regulator and pop it out of there. There's an O-ring on it and that's it. So here's a little fitting you can buy from Amazon. It's only about $10. Just search Toyota fuel rail fitting or pressure regulator fitting or whatever, and then this fits right in there, nice and neat. And now you're gonna have a 6am feed line on one end and a 6am feed line on the other end, and then you can do a quad feed. So one there, second one there, third one there, and a fourth one there, and then tee them together and use something bigger than a 6am line. I mean, it's okay to a certain level, but if we want to go crazy, let's upgrade it to an 8 or even a 10 and see how much these crappy little rails can flow in that configuration. Okay, I'm not going to be flow testing two rails, I just don't have fittings to set it all up, but in essence you're just gonna do the same on the other side. So we're using this little adapter that replaces the FPR. I had to switch the O-ring from the stock FPR onto this adapter because the O-ring that was supplied with it was a little too big. And we have a 6am connector here, another one right on this side, and that goes back together to a T. So if you're doing this on a vehicle, you're gonna do two identical setups and then run a big fuel feed line to it. So let's fire it up and see what this one rail can flow having been set up in this amazing way. All right, watch this. I already ran this test twice to measure how many liters per hour it can pump, but I've never seen anything like this. Check it out. And that's it. I can't run it anymore because it's shooting so much fuel up. So ran it a couple of times and I'm getting 1300 liters an hour. So that's 1300 liters an hour through one rail. How do you like them apples? It's so amazing watching this crappy stock rail flow so much that I have to do this video one more time for you guys. 1, 2, 3, fill. Okay. Wow. 1300 liters an hour through one rail.